They said Hollywood marriages were made of dreams. But Nicole Kidman just showed us they're really made of masks, silence, and broken hearts. For nearly 2 decades, she and Keith Urban looked like the perfect couple, the elegant actress and the charming country star. Every red carpet smile, every loving glance, every magazine cover told us their story was real. But now, at 57, Nicole has finally broken down the illusion herself, whispering the 7 words that changed everything. I'm done pretending with Keith Urban. Behind that poised smile was a woman who had been performing even when the cameras were off. Those close to her say the mask didn't just crack, it shattered. A voice memo leaked from a private therapy session captured her saying, "I built this life around peace, and all you bring is chaos." Within hours, the world was on fire. Tabloids erupted. Fans refused to believe it. How could one of Hollywood's most stable marriages collapse so suddenly? Rumors spread like wildfire. Keith's gambling problem had returned. Secret fights, cold silences, and separate lives under one roof. The truth, insiders claim, is darker than anyone imagined. A love story scripted for the spotlight, held together by PR deals and public pressure, not affection. And now, as Nicole steps forward, no longer the actress playing the perfect wife, she's revealing a truth Hollywood never wanted told, that behind the glamour, even the brightest stars can break. Because this isn't just a divorce, this is the fall of an illusion and the rebirth of a woman who refused to keep pretending. Before the world knew her as the Oscar-winning queen of Hollywood, Nicole Kidman was just a shy, red-haired girl growing up in Sydney, Australia. Born in Honolulu but raised in Australia, Nicole was the daughter of academic parents, her father a biochemist and psychologist, and her mother a nurse and activist. From an early age, she was surrounded by intellect, discipline, and expectation. But even in that structured world, there was a quiet loneliness, a yearning to express herself in ways words could never reach. Acting became her escape. As a teenager, Nicole's world was shaped by contrasts, the calm of Australian suburbs and the chaos within her mind. She was introverted, often hiding behind her hair. Yet on stage, she was fearless, channeling emotions too deep for her age. She later admitted that performing gave her the safety to feel. "It was the only place I could cry without being told to stop," she once said. By 16, she dropped out of school to pursue acting full-time, making her debut in Bush Christmas and BMX Bandits. Those early roles might have seemed light-hearted, but they marked the rise of a prodigy who would soon outgrow her small island stage. Yet success came with a price. While others saw a bright young star, Nicole began to learn how easily the industry could shape and break a person. She learned to smile on cue, to hide exhaustion, to deliver perfection no matter what she felt inside. That early conditioning, to please, to perform, and to endure, would later define every relationship she entered, both on screen and off. By the time she reached Hollywood, she had mastered the art of transformation, not just as an actress, but as a woman who could wear any mask required. And in that world of illusions, she would soon meet someone who mirrored her pain in music, Keith Urban. By the early 2000s, Nicole Kidman had become one of the most respected actresses on earth, a woman who could command both the screen and the hearts of millions. After her high-profile divorce from Tom Cruise, she reinvented herself from Hollywood wife to independent icon. She poured her pain into her performances, The Hours, Moulin Rouge, Cold Mountain, and the world saw not just beauty, but depth. Behind the elegance was resilience. Behind the poise, silent strength. Then came Keith Urban, the Australian country singer whose charm, southern soul, and troubled past made him both a comfort and a challenge. They met in 2005 at an event in Los Angeles. Nicole later described the moment as a spark that felt like home. Within a year, they married in a romantic ceremony in Sydney, surrounded by candles, gospel choirs, and the illusion of everlasting love. To the public, it was a fairy tale reunion of two souls who had both known heartbreak and finally found peace. For a while, it truly seemed magical. The couple became a symbol of Hollywood's rare, genuine love, supporting each other at premieres, award shows, and through rehab stints that Nicole faced beside Keith. When he entered treatment for addiction, she stood by him. The image was powerful, the devoted wife and the redeemed musician. Every photo, every public kiss, every interview reinforced the same story: love conquers all. They looked untouchable, the perfect blend of country warmth and Hollywood grace. Fans adored them, magazines worshipped them, and brands built campaigns around their smiles. But behind those glittering appearances, tiny cracks were forming. The same traits that made Nicole beloved on screen, control, perfection, emotional discipline, slowly turned into the invisible walls of her marriage. Hollywood called it the last real love story. But for Nicole, it was starting to feel like another performance, one where she wasn't sure who she was playing anymore. As years passed, the fairy tale began to fracture. Behind the flashbulbs and flawless smiles, Nicole and Keith's marriage was quietly unraveling. The man who once sang love songs under the moonlight was now haunted by old demons, addiction, gambling, and late-night absences. Keith's unpredictable moods left Nicole walking on eggshells, forever performing the role of the patient wife. Insiders say she covered for him countless times, making excuses to protect his image. "He's just tired," she'd tell friends, while silently watching the man she loved drift further away. Nicole had built her public persona on grace and control, the woman who could endure anything without breaking. But at home, that grace became her prison. Friends claimed she stopped crying years ago. "She doesn't react anymore," one confidant revealed. "She just smiles through the storm." Every red carpet appearance, every anniversary photo was reportedly choreographed by a team of publicists. Even their kisses, fans would later learn, were often planned, part of a PR contract to keep the perfect couple illusion alive. But illusions demand sacrifices. Nicole began to lose herself in the act. The elegant survivor who once rose from the ashes of her marriage to Tom Cruise was now fading into silence again, this time not because of fear, but exhaustion. Rumor swirled that Keith's gambling had resurfaced, that he was seen at industry dinners without her while she skipped events and retreated into work. Fans noticed the distance, the cold interviews, the forced smiles, the empty looks. Then came the moment no one could ignore. A photo of Nicole without her wedding ring, followed by a deleted Instagram post from Keith captioned, "Still standing strong." Within hours, the image vanished, but the damage was done. Hollywood began whispering, the last golden couple might not be so golden after all. The moment of truth didn't come with screaming headlines. It came in silence. Late one night, after years of pretending everything was fine, Nicole reportedly walked out of their Nashville mansion barefoot, tears streaking her face, whispering the words that would echo across Hollywood: "I'm done pretending." Hours later, Keith canceled 3 international shows, citing family reasons. Days after that, a leaked voice memo surfaced online, allegedly from one of their therapy sessions. The voice, soft but broken, sounded unmistakably like Nicole's, I built this life around peace, and all you bring is chaos. Within minutes, it went viral. Some said it was AI-generated. Others swore it was real. Nicole's silence only deepened the mystery. Her team issued a single statement: Nicole values her privacy. No denial, no explanation. Tabloids feasted on the chaos. Reports emerged of a secret separation agreement drafted months earlier. Anonymous sources claimed she had already moved assets into an Australian trust, preparing for life after Keith. Behind the scenes, Hollywood executives allegedly begged her to stay quiet, to wait until her next movie's release. "If you announce a divorce now," one producer warned, "they'll call you unstable again." But Nicole had reached her limit. She had spent half her life performing for cameras, for audiences, for love, and now she refused to fake it anymore. When she finally appeared in public again, it wasn't at a red carpet premiere or gala dinner. It was in Paris, alone, serene, wearing a white suit and no wedding ring. When reporters shouted questions about her marriage, she simply smiled and said, "I'm not pretending anymore." It was the most powerful scene she had ever played. And this time, it wasn't acting. When the dust finally settled, the woman once defined by silence had become the voice of truth. Nicole Kidman, the actress who built a career on playing complex, broken women, had lived her most powerful role yet, herself. Her quiet defiance became a movement across social media. Fans flooded timelines with messages of support, quoting her now iconic line, "I'm not pretending anymore." For many, it wasn't just about her marriage. It was about authenticity, the courage to walk away from perfection. In an industry obsessed with illusion, Nicole's honesty cut through like glass. She became a symbol of grace under fire, reminding the world that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's freedom. Keith, meanwhile, reportedly retreated into songwriting. His recent lyrics, "She took the calm, left the storm," spoke louder than any press release. Their story was no longer about a couple, but about two souls who outgrew the script Hollywood had written for them. As for Nicole, her legacy now goes beyond awards or box office numbers. She showed what happens when the act ends, when the spotlight fades and the person beneath steps forward. After decades of being everyone's fantasy, she finally became something more powerful, her own truth. And maybe that's the lesson she leaves behind, that in a town built on pretending, the bravest thing you can ever do is stop performing. Because when Nicole Kidman said, "I'm done pretending," she didn't just end a marriage. She shattered Hollywood's favorite illusion that love, fame, and perfection can ever coexist without a cost.